Good afternoon, 4th grade. We're going to continue reading in our text, Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, Chapter 42. We have a quick write before we get started. It says, have you ever wanted something so bad you would do anything to get it? What was it, and how did you get what you wanted? Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready to keep reading. Our focus question for today is, what is the theme of the story of Wu Kang, and how can we apply this theme to Min Li's life? Our vocabulary words for today are landscape. Those are the visible features in an area of a countryside. So a landscape is, if you're looking out your window, what do you see? Do you see a cityscape, or do you see a landscape where there are mountains and hills and rivers? Number 2 is faint. Now, if you're feeling faint, you're feeling dizzy. So draw a line to this picture. And then number 3 is silhouette. That's a dark shape of someone or something against a lighter background. So this is a silhouette of the characters in The Lion King. Turn the page, and we want you on pages 136 and 137 at the beginning of chapter 42. And as we're reading, we're going to use our CSPS strategy. It says, the sky around Min Li was quiet as she walked on the red rope bridge. So I'm going to stop right there. Min Li is walking on the bridge alone without Dragon because they were afraid that Dragon would be too heavy and break the bridge. So Dragon is waiting behind while Min Li goes to see the old man of the moon herself. And she has promised Dragon that she will ask both questions. It says, the sky around Min Li was quiet as she walked on the red rope bridge. The only sounds she heard were those of her own breathing and the pounding of her heart in her chest. After the dragon and land had faded from view, Min Li saw nothing except for the night around her. With such a limitless landscape, she could not tell how far she had walked or how much of the bridge she had left. It seemed never-ending. She began to wonder if she had walked for hours or days. So we know that Min Li is walking for a very long time on the rope bridge. Slowly, so slowly, Min Li almost didn't notice it. The darkness of the night lessened. Top of page 136. With each step she took, the world around her became brighter, and with this light, Min Li saw that the sky below her somehow became a vast lake of pure water, and the night clouds were made of floating lilies. As stretched before her in the distance like a faraway coast, she saw a high wall that seemed to glow. The wall was smooth and creamy white, as if it made out of pearl. It too seemed to be endless. Min Li could not see where it began or ended. However, as Min Li got closer, she saw a round opening in the wall just before her, and in the circular passageway a white rabbit stood like a jade statue. It was only when Min Li stepped off the bridge that the rabbit started toward her, and Min Li realized it was alive. "Welcome," the rabbit said. "You are a little late. Did you have trouble with the monkeys?" Min Li was too astonished to speak. The rabbit looked extremely like the one painted on her blue rice bowl. She nodded with her mouth gaping. "Well, let's go," the rabbit said. "You're going to have to keep it short. The old man, he's very busy and he hates unnecessary talk." So if we stop right here, we have enough information for our character and our setting. And so in box 1 for our character, we would write, Min Li arrives at Never-Ending Mountain and meets a white rabbit that will bring her to the old man of the moon. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the quote. And for our quote, we can write down this quote at the bottom of page 237. "Well, let's go," the rabbit said. "You're going to have to keep it short with the old man. He's very busy and he hates unnecessary talk." Press pause to write down your answer in 1B and play when you're ready for the setting. And for the setting, we know that Min Lee was walking on the rope bridge to visit the old man of the moon. So in box 2A, we would write down, Min Lee is walking up the rope bridge to visit the old man of the moon. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready to keep reading. Our quote to support 2B would come from page 236, where it says, the sky around Min Lee was quiet as she walked on the red rope bridge. Press pause to write down your answer in 2B and play when you're ready to keep reading. And we're going to keep reading on page 238. We're looking for the problem. Min Lee followed the rabbit through the round opening into a white courtyard and over a polished stone bridge that seemed to glow from the ground. As they passed over it, Min Lee saw the smooth water wave with gentle ripples and heard what sounded like a faint drumming. To one side of her in the distance, standing out against the flat landscape, Min Lee saw the silhouette of a man cutting down a lone tree. His axe made a thumping rhythm. As he chopped, the branches of the tree shook. Leaves, blossoms, and seeds flew through the air and dropped into the water like raindrops. "Is that the old man of the moon?" Min Lee asked. "Him?" the rabbit said, following Min Lee's gaze. "Oh, no, that's Wu Kang." "Why is he cutting down the tree?" Min Lee asked. It seemed a shame to her that the only tree in Never-Ending Mountain was being cut down. "Questions, questions," the rabbit said. "I should make you wait and ask the old man of the moon. But if you must know, Wu Kang tries to cut down the tree every night." "Every night?" Min Lee couldn't help but ask. "Yes," the rabbit said. And if we stop right there, we have a small problem. It's not a large problem. Min Lee wonders why Wu Kang is cutting down the only tree on Never-Ending Mountain. And so in 3A, we would write down, Min Lee wonders why Wu Kang is cutting down the only tree on Never-Ending Mountain. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the quote. And for the quote, we would write down, "But if you must know, Wu Kang tries to cut down the tree every night." Press pause to write down your answer in the second part of box 3 and play when you're ready to keep reading. And we're going to skip the story of Wu Kang because we're going over that in parallel teaching, and we're going to pick up at the end of bottom of page 243. It says, Min Lee walked silently after the rabbit finished the story, and for a while the only sounds were of the trees flying seeds into the water. "Those seeds," Min Lee said to herself. "They are really falling through the sky to the earth." Turn the page. "They are the seeds that fall onto Moon Rain Village. It's Wu Kang's chopping that makes the strange moon rain. The flowering trees grow from the seeds from the tree on Never-Ending Mountain." But just then Min Lee's thoughts were interrupted by the rabbit, who had stopped suddenly. "In there," the rabbit said, motioning towards the circular opening in the stone wall, "is the old man of the moon." So if we stop right there, we have a solution. We don't know why Wu Kang is cutting down the tree yet, but we do know the results. And so in box 4A, we would write, Min Lee discovers that the seeds falling from Wu Kang's tree are the same seeds that fall every night on the village of Moon Rain. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the quote. And for the quote, we would write down this sentence at the top of page 244. "Those are the seeds that fall onto Moon Rain Village." Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the paragraph. And for the paragraph, you have a blank question, so we are going to type this in. Describe Min Lee's journey to the old man of the moon. All right, and so as you're describing her journey, you would talk about her walking on the rope bridge, you would talk about her meeting the rabbit, and what she discovered about the village of Moon Rain. And you could start your paragraph with Min Lee began her journey by